Hello everybody. Nice to meet all of you here. Everybody speak English, right? Or do I need to speak Arabic? English better? Wonderful. Nice to meet you everybody. My name is Hisham. I am a PhD researcher at computer science, which is something very scary, right? Today you will know more about computer science. We will know more about this field. We will know more about how to use it, how to study it, how to apply it to our life. Of course, this will be a quick and fast session, so we will just pass by all these branches quickly to have like a good background about each part of this great science, and to know more about it, to know how to study it, how to apply it to our life, how to know everything about it. So let's start. 100 years ago, there was nothing called computer, right? Maybe you can say 50 years ago, there was nothing physical called be invented. It make everything of our life easier. Why? Because computer, it's from its name, it make computing, right? It make calculating. It store information. It start to process data. Can somebody volunteer tell me what process data mean? How can computer process data? Just give me a very simple example. Can you, Yasin? Just give me a very simple example. Can you?
So it just saves the data.
Yes, that's right. It can store data, right? So can we imagine our life without computers? Right now, if you need something about, for example, Netherlands, you just Google it in 1 second, right? Before that, what we should do to know something about Netherlands, we need to do what? Can you see? Can you say something? Yes.
We needed to go to the library and find books.
That's right. And spend hours to find a specific book, to find something, right? And we might find it or not, right? This is why computer make everything at our life easier. This is why there was something called computer science. So computer science is a science of knowing how to use computer, how to handle computer, how to program computer, how to lead computer to do what we need. So computer science, it's focused on how to use computer to make our life more easier. Right now, as we said, computer control everything about our life, right? And we can make it more easier if we are smart enough to program it, to lead it, to control it, to use what we need to do. Computer science jobs, it's very, very important at our life. It's very important, especially in Europe and in the United Kingdom. Why? Because a lot of jobs depend on computing. This is why the advice for everybody in Europe is to pick a job which depend on computer science. Even if you will not be a programmer, even if you need to be a doctor or a pharmacist or engineer or something. So just using or mixing with computer, which will be very essential in your life. So today we'll talk about few examples about computer science. How can we handle it? How can we understand it? How can we use it at our life? Let's start by what's called web developing. Wow, looks scary, right? What web developing means? Can somebody tell me? Somebody volunteering? Yes.
It's using code to make a website.
That's right. The website. The word website, it started to be very popular maybe 20 years ago, when every company has its website at the internet. So everybody can log in to their website or their page to know more about it, right? Right now, there are almost no company without its website. This is why more and more companies need what's called a web developer. So web developer, who is doing what? Who is designing the website for this? Who is writing the code for it? Is it something very difficult? The answer is no. Right now, it's easier than before. Because, for example, 10 years ago, it was very difficult to build a website. But right now, there is a smart tools to build a website very easy. So the word web developer, it refers to the person who is building what? The website. Who is putting information for the company. So maybe the company, for example, it's a tourist company. And they ask the developer to build a search engine. So the clients can log in there and can search for the programs, for the tours, for the prices, discounts, and know everything about it. One of the most popular and important websites at our life, which is something like Google, right? Google, maybe you cannot live without Google, right? It's something like air and water right now. And yes, this is the sad truth. So this is a website, but of course it's a very, very complicated website. It's not simple. It needs not our developer. It needs an army of web developers, a lot of engineers and programmers to integrate together to build something very essential like this. So, is it something easy for you? Is there any question about that? Is there any idea or any example somebody need to add? So, let's ask somebody. Let's ask you, if you will be a web developer, what features you will put as a new website? Can you say something? Say something, even if it doesn't look very good. So, do you know Google? Do you know YouTube, right?
Yeah.
So, what new feature you need to put at YouTube if you will be a web developer for it?
Something about engine.
About what?
What engine or something like that.
Okay. So, what else about this? At this site? Anybody need to add? Yes.
Search bar.
I'm sorry?
Search bar.
Such what?
Yeah, search bar. Yeah.
The search.
bar.
The search bar.
Yeah.
You need to add some feature in it. You need to develop it. I mean,
Like you put the search bar on.
yeah, there. To make it like more smart, right?
Also, you can search stuff on those.
I got it. Right. So, is web developing easy by vice versa? Is everybody? So, who plan to be a web developer? Who likes this field? Nobody? Great. Okay. Let's go to second branch, which is called mobile developing. If the web developing was very, very popular 10 years ago, and it is still popular and important, but mobile phone developing, it started to expand everywhere, maybe 7 or 8 years ago. When mobile phone be popular and everybody had, right now it's very cheap. I remember like 30 years ago when I was like at university or something, when mobile phones started to invent it. It was something, wow. Can you really talk about something like a mobile phone without its cordless, without, it was something like imagination. And of course it wasn't smart like this, it was something very scary with buttons and so on. So mobile phone at that time, it was very, very expensive. When I was in Egypt, it was 1,500 Egyptian pound, which was like salary of average person for 2 months. Can you imagine? A very old and a very dumb phone with salary of 2 months of average person. It was very, very expensive. So few people who were able to buy something like this. But year after year, when a lot of companies enter this competition, iPhone, Samsung, Huawei, here and here, the price of mobile phones started to decrease and decrease. Right now you can buy like a new mobile phone with 100 pounds. You can buy a used one with 20 pounds. So it's very, very cheap. Also, the expansion of internet. And again, I remember when I was in high school at 1997. Who were born at 1997 among you? Wait, you at 1997? No, I don't. So at 1997, when internet started to enter to Egypt, it was very, very technical. It was very slow network. People was going to go to some place at Cairo to apply for it and wait months until they came and make codes here and here, and it was very antique machines. Right now, you can log into internet within 5 seconds. Once you just buy a SIM from any store. The expansion of mobile phone and internet everywhere make this need of what's called mobile developing. Mobile developing means the person who is designing the softwares of mobile. That's all. Either it was Android or iPhone. Because very simply, as computers, it's popular among a lot of people, but mobile phone, it's very, very popular at everybody. Almost everybody in the world have their mobile phone, right? It starts to be very, very popular here and here. So mobile developing is to design an application for your mobile phone. For example, like Google Maps. You know, if your father or mother or driving, he usually use a Google Map, right? To put it. So, right? So to put like a location of London, and so he follows the direction of Google Maps and so on. This is something or example of phone development. So phone development, it looks like, or it's similar to what's called web developing, but you are not designing it for a computer. You are designing it for what? For your mobile phone. And again, we can have a question for you. What features you need to put at a new application if you will be a mobile phone in the future? Can somebody volunteer? You say something. No, you. Come on. Tell me your ideas. Brother, you, if you will be a mobile phone, a mobile developer in the future, what you will make? Just give me an imaginary application.
A giant cannon.
I'm sorry?
What?
Okay, you said
A video game.
a video game.
Yeah.
Yeah, to just play with this. Okay, do you recommend a specific game, or you will invent a new one?
Invent a new one.
Wow, talk about what?
About dragons.
Dragons. You will fight dragons? Okay. Do you know that you really can do it very easily if you study mobile development? You have any questions for brother and sister? Everything is easy? Yeah.
Like you could put like a profile where you could
I'm sorry, can you raise your voice?
you could put a profile where you like sign in and sign up.
That's why you can do everything using the mobile phone. And again, exactly as I said at web developing, like 10 or 15 years ago, designing and inventing or creating a website, it was very complicated thing. But right now it's very easy because the tools become more smart, and the same for mobile development. Okay, so that was the section or the field number 2 of computer science. So here we talk about web development and then mobile development. Let's move to cybersecurity. Wow, the most scary and interesting field at computer science. Can somebody tell me anything about cybersecurity? Yes.
It's like when you have something like really important and you want to protect it,
That's right.
you need to like put codes and stuff on it.
Yes, very good. Very right. Yes.
It's something like you have a phone or something and you want a password for it or something that no one can open it except from you.
Yes. Quite right. Yes, you tell me. You say something? You raise your hand? Okay. So, anybody can need to say something about cybersecurity? Okay. Cybersecurity. You know, if you have a store, a physical store, if you have like a store to sell candies, sugars, drinks or whatever, you need to make security for it, right? Why? To prevent it or to protect it from stealing, because maybe somebody come and steal something around, right? So you need to make like a fence, you need to make like the doors, to put a cameras, something like this, right? So what's called cyber security means? It means that exactly as some people who plan to steal money or goods from a store, again, some people try to steal something from internet. And here we have a question. Can we steal something from internet? Internet something virtual, right?
Yeah.
You will steal what? You will steal car, you will steal... What you can steal from internet? You can steal something?
Like money.
Money? That's right. From bank. Because right now banks become virtual, right? You might not touch money for months, right? Because your money came from your job online, you pay online, contactless, everything with your money. So that's right. First target of cyber security, Yassine, you are hearing me? Yassine. First target, it's what? It's money. A lot of people plan to steal money. How? By hacking. And you see, or we can see this famous image of hackers, right? Who just like go in shadow and wear this hood and just try to log in, log in, but with a non-suitable way or a non-legal way to their account and to steal money or transfer money to their account. What also thinks it can be stolen via internet?
You can't steal a password.
That's right, from what, from account, right?
Yeah.
Like account of Facebook or Instagram or something. And then doing what? Do you know?
Hacking people,
That's right. Why? Why people do this?
so you can know things about them.
Wonderful, to invade their privacy. So if I hack, for example, the password of my son Yasin, for example, for his account, for example, so I know what he is doing, right? So I can do something called the blackmailing. Do you know what blackmail means?
Means like
You know what
that's
black?
blacklisted mail.
I'm sorry? Do you know blackmail? The expression blackmail?
It's when you're like, say you're like, when you're between that, and then trying to like get into someone, and then trying to like.
That's why I'm threatening him that give me money or I will spread your images or information everyone here and here. Okay, yeah.
How do you steal a password?
How? I don't know. It needs somebody professional. And if I know, I will not tell you. Because something unethical. So when we study cybersecurity, we generally study it to protect our machines, our computers, not to evade people, because something haram, right? Of course, unless it was for the enemy, like what happened in Palestine. If we have enemy for them, and if you can invade their machines to stop them of killing innocent, so this would be something right. Is cybersecurity something easy, brothers and sisters? Yes.
I got a question.
Yeah, but just raise your voice.
So you know, like, say something is it like halal to like rob the like instead of just like say it's too hard to like get into the like bombing system or something. Is it can you just like rob their money instead of?
I don't know whether it's halal or not, but anything you do to protect civilians and our people there, it will be something. But is halal or haram? It needs somebody shape to do. So, is cybersecurity easy, brothers? Are you starting to become bored from the session? Okay, so cybersecurity, we need to see something important about cybersecurity. What? And this word is for others, because they are who plan to study cybersecurity. If you plan to start cybersecurity, you need to put in your mind that you will study all your life. Again, you will keep studying until you be like 60 or 70. Why? Some fields at computer science, if you study something, you will have the basics and you can work and use what you studied all your life without updating your information. For example, if you become a mathematics teacher, for example, so you will study mathematics at university for 3 or 4 years, right? And then you will use what you studied all your life. You don't need to reopen any book, right? But if you plan to be cybersecurity, this will not work anymore. Why? Because if you study specific techniques and the algorithms at university, and right now you are up to date for cybersecurity, within 2 or 3 years you will be out of date. Why? Because a new techniques had been invented. A new techniques that's popular now. So if you are not aware about it, if you are not professional in using it, you will not be able to use these tools and you will lose your job. So this is very, very important advice, especially for person who, if you plan to be a cybersecurity specialist, that you need, or you put in your mind that you will study all your life. So if you don't like studying so much, avoid this field. If you enter this field and you stop studying when you become 40 or 50, again, you will not be available to work anymore. Yeah.
Say like someone wants to become a hacker, like do they need to study cybersecurity to know how to avoid getting caught?
Yeah. Because cybersecurity has a lot of fields, a lot of techniques, a lot of algorithms, which tells you how to attack and how to be avoided from attackers, how to be hidden, and so on. And of course, some things are legal and some things are illegal. Yes.
How is studying cybersecurity?
Cybersecurity, everything is online. So if you just, yeah, okay, because you are still very young, so I think you will find a lot of elementary things at YouTube to just tell you how to protect your machine. But it will not tell you how to attack right now, because attacking is very complicated techniques. And again, some of things are illegal. So right now, if you need to study a part of cybersecurity, it's studying protecting your machines. How to protect your computer, how to protect your mobile phone, how you protect your network, how you protect cloud, and so on. But attacking, it's something I think you need to study when you be at high school, at least for university.
Is when you go on the internet and they're telling you how hacking.
Yes, it's a spam. I know what you're talking about. It's a spam. So when you be at Twitter or Instagram and you tell you, hey, click at this link so you can know how to get a password for your friend. This is a spam. They will attack your password. So just never to follow them. Somebody have a question here? Yeah. Go.
Can we have like electric car?
Electric what?
Car.
Car?
Car.
Electric car. Actually, it's not me. Yeah, some people can do, but it's not hacking. It can like it can make like malfunction it or stop it, or maybe if it was very smart and very programmed, and if the company didn't make like a strong firewall. Do you know firewall? Like a protection wall for it. If the inventors of it, the firm which is invent this car, if they weren't very smart, yes, it can be hacked and maybe somebody inside it. But not electric car. It will be a smart car, because electric car it might not be connected to internet. But smart cars, which will be invented in the future, yes, it will be online, and yes, it can be hacked if the hacker is smart enough. But electric cars, no, because it's not connected to the internet. For example, if you have an old fridge, the old fridge, it's not online. Nobody can hack it at all. Any questions, brothers and sisters? Is it interesting so far? Or you'll be becoming bored? Everything is easy? Any question? Okay. So let's go to data analysis. Data analysis. Wow. Looks scary. What data analysis mean? Can somebody say a recommendation? Yes.
Say like you got information about how many people like die in a certain country per year.
Yes.
Or in each country, say in like Asia or something, and then you get like you put them all together, and then you say this is like the average like I don't know death rate per year, and then that's like the data analysis, just analyzing data.
Precisely. Thank you. Data analysis. It's the techniques and the science of how to extract a very useful things from the data. Let's have a very simple example for us. If you are working at hospital, and this hospital, it welcomes or it have at reception tens of patients and visitors every day here and here. So if we just look at the data, we might find tons and tons of data which we cannot be understand, right? But if we apply some data analysis techniques, we can find what's called patterns. Pattern here mean to find something which is very special as this data. For example, we can find that 70% of patients who came and while they very happy at the reception, they become treated and return quickly while they are healthy. But majority of people who come while they are disappointed or very sad, so their treatment take more time. This is the conclusion which can become from the analysis. Again, let's have another example. If you have a candy shop, and I know all children love candy. So if you have candy shop Yasid, and you see a pattern, like majority of boys who came to buy candy, yes, their money is enough to buy what they need. But majority of girls, no, their money is less than what they need. This is data analysis, to extract meaningful insights and information from the whole data you have. Data analysis, it's very important because it touches everything at our life. Right now, people and companies and everything depend on the data. And this is why, because as we said, the expansion of internet and computer everywhere. This is why right now, majority of companies have tons and tons of data. and they don't know what to do with it. So data analysis is how to treat this huge amount of data to extract meaningful things. Can you imagine something? If you have like a garage, you know the garage, like a backyard or something, which belonged to your grandfather, and he stored hundreds or thousands of unused things. And he told you, hey, please come filter it and find things which is useful and get rid of things which is not useful anymore. This is like data analysis. You might sort and start to filter these things, and you can find something like an old magazine which is very precious right now, right? And you can sell it for like hundreds of pounds. Or you can see something which is not used and not working anymore and get rid of it. This is a type of data analysis. So data analysis is how to handle all these data and focus on things which is important and find what's called the pattern of these data, so you can take a suitable decisions. So right now, you can see cars, for example, BMW or Mercedes. You can see that like it's make a new designs each year, right? At which criteria they depend on designing these designs? Why they make it like 4 doors or 2 doors? Why they make it manual or automatic? Upon which decisions it depends on the data analysis. They are generally or simply analyze the previous data to take the new decisions. Is it easy, brothers and sisters?
Yeah.
Any questions? You start to be sleepy yet? Okay. Let's move to something which is Internet of Things. Let's talk it quickly and quickly. Internet of Things. We know Internet, right? Which is control everything. Internet of Things is simply talk about things and machines which is connected to Internet, like the smartwatch. A lot of people have a smartwatch right now, right? Smartwatch, it's connected to Internet, so it can control everything. It can control your mobile phone. It can know whether you can reply to WhatsApp messages, you can reply to calls and so on. Even, you know, some like dash cams, like here and here, for example, some cams like here, it's connected to Internet. So you can control and watch and see what it records even if you are abroad. Even some fridges or some microwaves or some washing machine, some of them are connected to Internet. So you can controlling it while you are not home. Can you imagine? You are still at work and you are returning to work home, and you still have like 1 hour to return home because traffic. So you can order your fridge to release the chicken and go into the microwave or the oven. So it start to be prepared while you arrive. Maybe there is no such things like this, but this will happen in the future. This is what's called Internet of Things. Any question? Let's move to last thing, which is AI, which is the more interest field in this session and more interest sector in the computer science. How can we describe AI? What's AI? What's artificial intelligence? Can you tell me? Yes.
It's a smart thing that can make you say to it to make something, and it makes it.
Yes. What else? Sisters, is there any idea about AI in your combination? Brothers? Yes.
It looks like ChatGPT.
Yeah, ChatGPT, that's right. It's application of AI. That's right.
And it's like the robots.
The what?
The robots.
Robots? Yes, robots also. It's a very important application of AI. Yes.
You use like AI, artificial intelligence. So
Yes.
like it just it processes stuff, and then it's like you ask it stuff like you would ask a human, and it would answer like a human would.
Yes, you are right. It's a very what we see right now at application. Yes.
So they can basically be smarter than you. Sometimes you basically look for something to have an AI to do something because they can't do it.
You are right, and that's very threat for human to be AI more smart than persons. What else, brothers and sisters? Any idea, any recommendation about AI? Yassine, any idea about AI? Okay. So AI, artificial intelligence, if we need to make a very simple definition about it, is to how to make computers take a decision. That's right. To make the computer here take a decision. And here we have a question. Isn't this what happened indeed? The computer take a lot of decisions, right? No. The answer is no. Till now, computers are not taking any decision. They are just following your instructions. But computers, so far, they are not taking decisions from itself. They are just listening to what exactly are doing. Computers, so far, without AI, it's like a very strong, very obedience servant for you, who are just doing whatever you need. You know, if somebody have like a dog, which is protecting his guard or something, you know, but the dog generally don't take his own decision. He just follow what he's been ordered, right? This is exactly what computers without AI. Computers are very cheap, are very fast, are very powerful, have like infinite memory, can work 24 hours, but they cannot take any decisions anymore, or they cannot take anything. They are just following what you will do. This is why you see this slide. If I just lift the computer like here and leave it for like 5 days without touching it, it will not change the screen, right? It will not turn off itself. It will not like change the slides. No, they are still waiting my instruction for it, right? This is the computer without AI. Let's take example to know what exactly AI means. If you are working at company, if you have like office boy, you know office boy, right? The person who are like going to buy things and so on. And you told him, please go to this restaurant to buy some sandwiches for like lunch or something. If he went to the restaurant and he found it's closed, and he found like a sticker that opening time from like it will open again at 1 o'clock, and right now it's 12:50, so it's only 10 minutes until 1 o'clock, right? This office boy, what he will do generally? Yes.
They're gonna stay 13 minutes.
That's right, he can stay. Or he can call you, right? It's very easy. Even if this office boy is very dumb, even if he's not smart, it's very easy, right? He will just stay. It's 10 minutes. Or he can call you, right? You know, if you have a computer to tell him this, he will do nothing. He will go there and he return again. Because he will telling you that the store is closed. Why? Because again, the computer, it's not smart at all. Some people think that computer is smart. No, computer is very fast, very cheap, can work 24 hours, but they are not smart at all. AI is to make computers take its own decisions. It's to make it take this waiting game. And this is why chatbot GPT, why it's very wonderful for us, because it's taking decisions, right? Before chatbot GPT, for example, Google, without GPT, it's not taking a decision. It's just following your orders. So if you tell Google, just find me a restaurant here at Birmingham, he will give you here. But if you ask GPT, what's your idea about, for example, studying psychology and this year? So he will give you bright ideas. He will not only search from his memory, he will take his own decisions. Brothers and sisters, welcome to AI. This is simply AI which is taking own decisions by the computer. AI fields are start to be very, very popular. And we can see that AI right now, it's something still at the beginning of it, because it's still something like brand new. A lot of people don't know what AI, a lot of companies had not used AI yet. But actually AI is being used at a lot of things. Let's have a very simple example. We all suffer at school at something. Maybe the teacher, when he teaches something, maybe we don't understand exactly the way he is teaching us, right? For example, if he is telling us about something like the Newton's law of mechanics, maybe we don't understand him exactly, right? We need him to repeat. If you ask him to repeat, yeah, he can repeat once. But again, if he repeats and you don't understand it, you will be shy to ask him again, right? Or if you ask him to repeat again or a third time, he will not do it. Can you imagine that you have an AI teacher, a computer or a robot or whoever, who is just telling you or teaching for you only? And he can repeat for you as much as you can. And he can make very simplification for you. Can you imagine something like this? It will be very, very great idea, right? Right? Can you take another example? How about driving? We know that you cannot drive cars until you be 17 years old, right? And after that, you need to take a theoretical test and driving test and so on. And after that, you need to suffer from other people's faults, right? You can drive safely, but you find something with bike or scooter who just like diving here and here, right? It's something very scary to drive, and if you are like sleepy, you can never drive, right? You need to spend your night at hotel or something. But right now, there's some what's called self-driving cars. What's self-driving car? It's a car which you don't need to drive. It drives itself. Once you enter it, you just tell him, return me to home. That's all. Or drive me to London, went to Manchester. And it will take everything, it will take its own decision, it will know the roads, it will have like traffic lights, it will avoid other drivers and so on. This is a very important application of what's called self-AI. Because self-driving car, it will protect lives. It will save time, it will save effort, a lot of things. Yes?
How would you use it at the bottom? It says agriculture. How would you use AI in agriculture?
At which one thing, I'm sorry? At which field you are talking about?
You see the bottom one?
Yes.
Where it says artificial intelligence application. The bottom one, it says agriculture.
Yes. You ask about agriculture, right? Yes. You ask about agriculture, right?
Yeah, how you use AI
Yes.
in agriculture.
Okay, a lot of things. First, if you can imagine a farmer right now who own like hundreds of acres, for example, which is had hundreds or thousands of trees. If he need to check all these trees if they have some infection of some insects or something, how many hours he need and how many helpers he need, a lot, right? Or for example, there is a pandemic, for example, but for trees or something like insects or infection. So you need to check each apple or each thing at all trees. It will be very, very huge. It will take a lot of helpers, a lot of time, and of course a lot of cost. But if we have a drone with a smart camera, with a technique called video processing and image processing. What image processing? It's something which is just take instant images from all trees and automatically inspect it and tells you whether it's infected or not. You can do it within few hours and with almost no cost. So with one drone, you can cover or you can scan hundreds of acres, very quickly and take decisions that tell you that the tree which is in this position here, they are infected and everything else is uninfected. So this is one simple application of AI at agriculture. So AI in the future, we can see that AI will change the face of the future. We can see that the future, it will be completely different using AI, because it will enter and invade everything, and it will let computer think, and it will make our life easier at some places, but it might be more difficult at other places. This is why the last slide here, which is risks of AI. Wow. Who is this actor, Arnold Schwarzenegger. You don't know Arnold Schwarzenegger? Okay, this film, had anybody see this film, The Terminator? Okay, this is American film. It's to talk about a robot using AI, which came from the future to destroy our world. Again, of course, it's a science fiction film. It had not happened yet. It's talk about robot using AI, which came from the future to the present to just kill everybody. Actually, this is a very fictional idea which had not happened yet. But a lot of scientists, right now I'm not talking about film script writers, I'm talking about scientists of AI. They are very scared about AI. They are very scared that AI can really affect our world in a very negative side. It can destroy our world. And again, I'm not talking about novels. I'm not talking about science fiction films. I'm talking about reality, brothers and sisters. Why? Because if the computers is trained from us, if they are studying our habits, our history, if they are study our psychology, our ego, what prevent computers of controlling our lives? They can control our life, right? I don't know if you hear like 1 or 2 months ago about this issue of Microsoft when it's collapsed and a lot of airports, including Gatwick Airport, Manchester Airport, and Heathrow Airport, they just have like several hours delay at airports, and also at hospitals. That was just 1 or 2 months ago. It was a shock all over the world. Why? Because there's something at network, something at like cybersecurity or something, which affect a lot of airports, hospitals, banking, companies, and so everywhere. What guarantee us that computers will be smart? It will be merciful with us. Nobody knows. What told us that if computers become smart, they will not wait us to control them. They can completely control us. Especially that they are indeed connected to everything. The power station, the gas, the network, the Wi-Fi, everything, it's controlled by computers. And they are connected to each other. So a lot of scientists have these risks and warning the world that, guys, if you are developing more smart techniques to computers, they can control us. They can destroy us. They can get rid of human supervision and they start to supervise us. These words looks very scary. It looks very fictional, like science fiction films, right? But a lot of scientists are warning this will be very serious issue in the future. There is another issue which is starting to happen right now, which is unemployment. What unemployment means? If the AI right now, if it will start to help us at several things. So a lot of things, a lot of people will lose their jobs, right? For example, if self-driving cars start to be popular and start to be cheap, what the taxi drivers will work? They will not work, right? Why? Because everybody right now has their own self-driving car. Again, do you know Google Translate, which translates from languages?
Yeah.
Have anybody used it before? Wait. Before Google Translate, what we used to do to translate something? We used to do what? Yes?
To get people to translate what you are saying.
That's right, exactly. So tens of thousands of people are working and earning their income from just translating things from people, right? Once Google Translate came and Google Translate something of application of AI, once it arrived, all these or majority of people stop earning money. Why? Because people stop going to them. A lot of warning that the expansion of AI fields, it will make a loss of tens of millions of jobs everywhere. Especially that there is plans for application of medical or medical application of AI. For example, like application at your mobile phone, which you can consult it for your medical issues, and it can give you a very accurate advice. So even doctors can lose their jobs. Of course, this is something we cannot guarantee 100% whether it will happen or not. But this is like some risks of using AI. And because you are very bored right now and sleepy, this will be last slide. So let's talk about studying AI. And I think this part of the session, it will be more focused at like people at high school who plan to go to university soon. If you plan to study AI, you first need to look for a college which is studying or offering programs for computer science. Yes, there are some universities right now who are offering AI especially. But my advice is not to study only AI. Study computer science and inside it pick a branch of AI. Why? Because studying AI alone without knowing more fields of computer science like programming, like data structure, like data analysis, like cyber security, it will make you not knowing a lot of things which is very integrated with AI. So my advice, study computer science and inside it pick a branch of AI. Second advice for you, if you need to study AI, is to depend mainly at online learning, not the university learning. Again, depend mainly at online learning and self-learning, not university learning. Why? Because the sad truth that a lot of universities, even here at United Kingdom, they are not giving you the enough information about AI you need. You will have like majors, modules, yes, curriculum. Once you finish it, yes, you will have a good background about AI, but you will not be able to work at this field because you need to develop your skills with a lot of tools, which is just online. That's everything about this lecture. Thank you so much for listening to me, and any question I'm happy to answer. Any questions, brother, sister? Anything to say? Thank you so much. See you at next time. Assalamu alaikum.